Good morning, beloved. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever it is you are watching the broadcast. Hello, hello, hello. It is wonderful to connect with you, to say hi, hello. How do you do? What's going on with you, beloved? What is happening? For those of you who will be live, yes, 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 and yes, let's do it. For those who will hashtag it and replay it, I can appreciate that. For those of you who will be on, I don't know you on and I might not never know you on. Okay, I get you. And then for those of you who will be used by Papa at some point down the road to encourage this girl, let's make it do what it do because she is grateful for you, whichever way you find yourself, and under whichever category. I'm grateful. Grateful, 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 grateful. So, top of the week to you. Top of the week. What is it? September 16th? Is that what we at, y'all? We September the 16th. September the 16th. That's where we at. I love it. I love it. Okay. So, getting ourselves together. Yeah. Got myself together. All right. So we talking about what? So scripture, okay? The scripture says that laughter does a body good. That's not what it says, right? Scripture says that laughter does a heart like medicine. Laughter does a heart like medicine. That's what scripture says, right? And which just basically means it's good for us. Laughter is the best medicine, somebody said. Laughter does good like medicine, is what our scriptures tell us. A merry heart doth good like a medicine. Proverbs 17:22. But a broken spirit drieth the bones. Ooh-wee. A merry heart. Good morning, Sherry Naylor. Welcome, welcome. A merry heart doth doeth good like a medicine. That's the part of the scripture I want to focus on. We focusing on the A part of the scripture, not the B part. A merry heart does good like medicine. Merry heart, it does good like medicine. It does, it does, it does, it does. A joyful heart is good medicine. Another version of it said, a joyful heart is good medicine. Laughter does good like medicine. Good morning, Ray. Good morning. Laughter does good like medicine. Okay? A cheerful heart is good medicine. So look, um, laughter has a role in fighting viruses. Uh, I'm just I'm just reading. Okay, so when you think about a merry heart, a cheerful heart is good for us. So what do you do then when stuff happens? Because when stuff happens that's sad and disappointing and frustrating, we're not necessarily in the moment gonna have a merry heart. Not in the moment. But we don't want to stay in a place where a merry heart is not welcome. Did y'all hear that? We don't want to stay mentally, psychologically, emotionally, relationally, spiritually in any place where a merry heart is not welcomed. So you want to make sure that your personal environment welcomes, always has a seat, a place for, always has a setting for a merry heart. Because a merry heart, laughter is like good medicine, beloved. Medicine is like good medicine. And it helps us to live, not only to live, but we live well. It helps us to love. It helps us to be in good relationships. It helps difficult times to be a little lightened, to be not so difficult. Have you ever been to a funeral and you go through the normal stuff of the funeral until loved ones and acquaintances start telling funny stories about the person all of a sudden, right? And some people, it's interesting because some people think that laughing at funerals is inappropriate and disrespectful and things like that, but it's actually not. When you are, I think there are some ways that it can be disrespectful. I do. But I'm not talking about those ways. I'm talking about the ways in which we are honoring the beloved, those ways in which we're honoring them. And it just happens to be funny. It just happens to be funny. Um, um, when I think about my sister, I have a sister who passed maybe 2 years ago in December. And I always say she was a trip. My sister, I loved her. She's my sister, and she was a trip. I'm just saying. Yes, she was. Brenda K. Palmer. That's a trip. I would call her, to check in just to see how she was doing and things like that. And have you ever called a person where like they are contributing nothing to the conversation, like NOTHING? I would talk to her, and it would be like I would have to pull words out of her, and then I was like, okay, I just called to see how you doing. Okay, bye. That would be so funny to me. It would be so funny to me. I was like, girl, you make somebody not want to call you. Every time though. Every time. So, we definitely didn't talk every day. And if it got too long, I was gonna reach out to her. Say, hey Brenda K, just calling to say how you doing. I'm fine. What you been up to? Nothing. All right then. I just called to see what was up. How you been doing? I'm doing fine. Okay. All right then. Okay. I'll talk to you later then. Bye. Oh my God, if that wasn't the funniest thing ever. Ever. And when I say this, she was consistent. Consistent. Oh man, good morning, friend. Have a good day to you. Love you right back. Tisha. Hey, Tisha. Good morning, Scribe. So yeah. And so I tell that story about her often, and it makes me laugh every time. Every time. So look, beloved, look. Proverbs tells us that laughter is good for our soul. And if it's good for your soul, let's be intentional about making it happen. If it's good for your soul, since it's good, because scripture tells us that it is, so we don't have to guess, is it? Since it is good for your soul, let's be intentional about making it happen. Let's take some time every day. Let's take our medicine every day. Let's take our laughter pill every day. Let's take our laughter injection every day. Let's laugh every day. So, there's a there's a scene in a movie that tickles me. Oh my God. It is the most hilarious thing ever. Now there are a lot of hilarious movies, but this one stands out for me, and I'm not sure why. Anyway, it's called The Wedding Singer with Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler. And in this movie, he is wedding singer, and you know, he is having these wonderful uplifting experiences because he's engaged to be married. Right? It's an old movie, so I'm gonna spoil it. If you ain't seen it, then hey, look, you should have been seeing it by now. But anyway, so the scene that I'm talking about is when he's sitting with, I forget her name. He's sitting with her and he's playing a song for her. She works, I think, as a waitress at a place where he sings as a wedding singer. And she wanted to hear his song. And he doesn't want to play it or whatever. And she keeps asking and asking and asking. And then finally, he plays the song and he warns her the first half was when I was engaged, and the second half I wrote after she stood me up. Y'all, it is the funniest thing ever. It's so hilarious. So if I ever want a good laugh, I find that scene and I just play it. Because I know I'm gonna laugh. Like I know I'm gonna crack. And I'm not a comedy kind of person. Not at all. I like action. I used to like horror. I don't necessarily like horror anymore. I used to like all the zombie movies and stuff like that. They don't necessarily work for me anymore. Yeah, not so much. Hey Margie, hey cousin, good morning. All is well. I pray the same for you. So action, I really do like action movies. Those work for me. Is there any other kind of movie that I really like? Suspense, only up to a certain point. Only up to a certain point. I don't know, but action. I'll take action. Oh, sci-fi kind of movies. And weather movies. Like I like movies about tornadoes and hurricanes, and I like weather related movies, earthquakes and all of anyway. And I like B-roll movies. Like it be the most ridiculous stuff that can't be true, that don't make no sense at all. And the cinematography is like questionable. Yeah. Anyway, it's a great say. So figure out a way to laugh, whether it's movies. There was this other like this was not kind of us when we did this. So my bestie and I were college roommates. In other words, to be right. Brina and I were college roommates. I went to college at Tennessee State University. And in Tennessee, they don't do winter well at all. So in Michigan, it's something snow. We have a blizzard. We still figuring it out, and they got a little cold, and so it was a little icy. And our room faced the parking lot, faced the front of the dorm, which is a parking lot. And you know how parking lots, right before the sidewalk, they have a barrier. So the barrier is like a steel bar shaped in like an elongated U, right? An elongated U. And right at that juncture was when the sidewalk, you go from the parking lot to the sidewalk. Well, evidently, that was a really slippery spot because everybody who hit that spot fell. Everybody. So me and Brina just sat in front of the window waiting for people to come to those spots and fall. And it was hilarious. Now, I was 18 years old. Okay. I'm just saying. Don't judge me. That was my 18-year-old brain. But the memory is still hilarious. We were like, oh, here come one. Here come another. Here come another. We were at the window. Every person fell. Every person. We was up on I think we was on the 5th floor. Right, Brita? Right? We was up on the 5th floor. And I also like, it's so wrong. It's so wrong. Right? It's funny, 18 or 8. All right. I also like, y'all know those, I don't even know, almost like American's Funniest Video. Maybe it's not. But these little, they do it on YouTube's now, but it used to be, maybe, I don't know what it's been. But there are these little clips where somebody would run up to somebody and put down a briefcase and then run away from them. And then people would run like crazy. Oh man, there's some funny videos on YouTube. It really is. There's some funny videos. There's some videos now that people will be like walking out of somewhere and way in a distance is somebody looking crazy, like looking like a monster or looking like something out of a, they might be looking like they bent over backwards and walking on their all fours, but they would come real fast. Oh man, to see people getting away from them. Okay, one more. How about the videos where you like walking? People do this, I think, amusement parks and stuff like that. They're walking and the bush is a person. And as soon as they walk past the bush moves. Man, sometimes the bush get punched. Some people's reaction is to punch them. Most people's reaction is to scream and jump and then laugh at it. But look, whatever it is for you that gives you a jolt, those are hilarious, right? Right. Whatever it is that gives you a jolt, whatever it is that is funny, not at other people's expense. Like, I'm not saying that, but oh man, this week I challenge you, and I don't do challenges generally, but I think this is a worthwhile challenge. This week I challenge you to 1 intentional laughter a day. 1 intentional laughter a day. And when you come back on tomorrow or throughout the week, come back to the thread and post what it is. If there's a video or YouTube link, post the link so we can laugh with you. If you find something, or if it was something on TV or commercial or whatever, tell us what it is so we can flood this week with laughter. We don't know who might need a library of things to help them to laugh, that they don't have things for themselves. So let's do that this week. I've given you some already. I've talked about the things that I laugh at, that I find hilarious, absolutely hilarious. So scripture tells us that laughter is good medicine. It's good for our soul. And there's enough that happens in the world that could rob us of our laughter. So this week, we want to be intentional every day to have one moment of intentional laughter every day. And then we're going to share it. Okay. All right, beloved. I love you. I love you. I appreciate you. I value you. At the moment that Abba gave us our breath, me and you, we forfeited, we relinquished. You and I, you know what we did? We gave up the right to not be amazing. You are phenomenally amazing. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye for now.